strike up.
Hi, this is James Devine with the Music Ed Podcast. Hey, I'd love to send you my free training, 7 tips to save 5 hours this week and every week. If you'd like to receive that, send me an email at jamesthedivine@gmail.com. Also, if your music event needs professional development or speaker, get in touch with me. I'd love to help out. Enjoy the podcast.
Where you get quick and easy tips on how to be a better band teacher.
Today, we're going to be talking about some quick tips for how to teach the clarinet. Tip number 1, instruct the students on the correct assembly and disassembly, as key work is so easy to bend on the clarinet. I'm finding myself repairing 1 or 2 clarinets a week, usually due to the keys being bent. Some of the ones to look out for are the side keys on the right hand side on the first main piece of the clarinet, the ones used to play like the D sharp and E flat. Those tend to get bunched up or bent a little bit, and then they jumble together like old typewriter keys, and then they like are stuck open or won't open or something. So check that. Good place to check. Now for embouchure, tip number 2, have the students smile. Most students have too loose of an embouchure for clarinet, and they end up sounding really, really flat compared to the rest of the band. But if you have them smile after they set their embouchure, then that will usually get them going into the right position. Now, I usually start my clarinet players on a number 2 reed, but I quickly try to get them to a number 3 reed. It kind of depends on the student, but the number 3 reed seems to work better once they've developed those initial muscles. And in fact, this school year is probably the first year I've gotten those students to that 3 reed pretty quickly. And it's also the quickest I've had students playing across the break. So here it was right before Christmas break this year, about 80% of my clarinet beginning players are able to play the notes across the break. Have the students breathe out the corners of their mouth when they're breathing and keep their embouchure set. Some of them will try to do some type of alligator thing where they're completely loosening their embouchure, but have them keep it set. A lot of students will complain about their thumbs hurting for the support, and pencil cushions work great as thumb pads, or you can just get the actual thumb pads that you can buy at the music store. Make sure to teach the students to use their cloth to dry the moisture from the inside of their clarinet after playing. And teach them when they're assembling the instrument to line up the bridge key when assembling. If you're not quite sure what I'm talking about, when you put the 2 main pieces of the body together, there's a piece that sticks out a little bit from the top piece, and it should go over a similar piece that sticks out a little bit on the bottom piece. And those, you could almost think of them as kind of being the plug. Those 2 pieces will line up. And if you're not sure what that is, ask a clarinet player and they can show you. Even before the students ever need their other fingers, check for the proper positions of the fingers, so that when we get to that point of needing those keys, then they're going to be able to use them properly. If you have a stuck swab inside the clarinet, it can be removed by cutting it with scissors and removing it piece by piece. I hope that these tips have been helpful for you.
The Music Ed Podcast, where you get quick and easy tips for how to be a better